Aloha and good evening, everyone. It is a Tuesday night. Of course, it is December 8th, 2020. Welcome to the Aloha State of Mind podcast. I have to check the date. I always got to look in the corner of my computer to check the date. So it's, December 12th. I should have known because yesterday was December 7th, which we from Hawaii, we all know that day, right?
Right? The anniversary of Pearl Harbor.
Right. So
So
a lot of people were mentioning that to me, but like I wasn't alive during that time, and it was definitely a tragedy, uh, way back when, and a lot of people. I guess it was the bombing of Pearl Harbor from the Japanese. Was it the beginning of the World War II or something like that? I'm not sure. I'm not
well,
sure.
technically, Pearl Harbor had both. They had the beginning of
Mhm.
when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor was the beginning of World War II, and then
Mhm.
the signing of the um, I get like what you call it, the surrender.
Yeah.
It was on the boat that's right now in San Diego.
No.
So
Okay. Yeah. I never went to the. Believe it or not, I don't think I've ever been to the Pearl Harbor Memorial.
believe it or not, I've never been there.
Me neither. Weird, strange. Strangely enough, my entire life and never been there. But yeah. So that was yesterday. So it's all good. Today's December 12th. I mean December 8th. A brand new day. So don't mind me. My mind is going like in so many places. Like I had a podcast, not podcast, but I had a show last night. I did an interview, and my mind was going crazy. Then I got my shows in the morning. Then I'm day trading, and we're ramping into Christmas, the holidays, and then we're coming back on a lockdown in California, so a lot of crazy things going on. So I'm just trying to get my bearings on and get my head on straight. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
don't mind me if I sound a little off tonight. I probably am. That's why.
So on your show last night, you had Lily. What is it, DJ Lily Cat?
Lily K. Lily K.
Lily K. Yeah,
Yeah.
I tuned in for about a half a second on that. I was tired. Yeah, it seemed interesting. So
Yeah, she's quite an interesting story. She's speaks, I believe, German, Polish, Japanese, and English.
wow.
Yeah, because she was born and
So
raised in Germany. I think her dad was Polish. Her mom was Japanese. She moved to Japan. Oh, and a little bit of Korean. So, and then she moved to study abroad in Japan for a while, and also Korea. Then now she lives in Brooklyn, New York. So, quite an interesting
yeah,
life. Quite an interesting story, and a very interesting individual by all means. So definitely, if
right.
you guys want to watch that, you can go to my Twitch channel. I'll put it in the link while free talks to you guys.
Put in the leg. We gotta say what's up to Jax of Hearts. We gotta congratulate Jax. Him and his whole family. Well, not his whole family, but most of his family. Him and his wife and his mom and dad moved to Arizona.
Right.
Just recently. I mean, literally like a week ago, maybe less than a week. So we gotta
Hmm.
say what's up to him. Um, yeah, jeez, like this, like you said, there's so much going on, man. Like even for a guy like me that normally the only things going on for me is I have commissions, I have, you know, comic cons to do, like to set them up and to book it because
Right.
there's a lot that goes into booking a comic con. You
Hmm.
got to make sure your dates are correct. Excuse me. You got to make sure that you have the hotel room, the inventory, the table, the travel, everything. So, but without that, all I got is commissions, and now I'm making sure that I have everything set to be mailed off for Christmas for my
Right.
families and my friends. So, but at the same time, I mean, this commission I'm doing, like,
Hmm.
okay, so this is the normal sheet of paper that I normally do it on. This is
Right.
the one I'm doing now, which, as you can tell, is a way bigger size. Um,
Right.
so there's like 13 characters on that, so I gotta put everything in there. So
Gotcha. Gotcha.
okay, dude,
And
I know it's early in the podcast, but I gotta pee.
We just this is what we do. We just started, and this guy gotta go use the bathroom already. Jeez, I tell you, I gotta say, jeez. Anyways, like to welcome you guys out. Hopefully, if you're in the chat, throw up a comment. Let us know you are there. We don't really have a guest tonight, so we'll just be kind of freestyling and talking about this and that as we ramp into the holiday season. Of course, Christmas is right around the corner. New Year's as well. We'll talk about some New Year's resolutions and just things going on in our lives today. And if you want to chime in, feel free to jump in the chat with a topic, something you want to talk about. Feel free to do so. Got to say what's up to Monroe, also Nicole tuning in. Of course, Jax moved out there to Arizona. So what's up to Jax and everyone tuning in tonight? It's just kind of a chill show tonight. Just kind of hanging out and talking with you guys. So hopefully, you guys having a great December. And I don't know how you guys gonna do your shopping out there. Like, is everybody doing it online? I know California is shut down. Is Hawaii still shut down, or I don't know? Is wherever you guys are tuning in. Let us know if it's shut down in the chat. Let us know if you guys are still open as far as stores and restaurants and whatnot. So let us know in the chat if you guys are out there. So definitely, yeah, he's gonna go again in 10 minutes. Probably. You never know. You never know. But hopefully, you're having a great move over there to Arizona. Is it hot over there? Hot or cold in Arizona? I'm assuming it must be cooling off finally in Arizona. Although I know it's probably hotter than California on the regular. But yeah, so um, here he comes back.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that. First thing, I gotta piss.
Mhm.
Who we
But
talking
yeah,
to?
no, just talking to the chat. I see Nicole in there, Jax, Monroe. I was just asking everybody what they're doing for the holidays and basically what are you gonna do for shopping and if wherever they're tuning in from, if things are closed down or they're still open. See, Nicole says I finished all my shopping online yesterday and finished making all the presents for my family and friends and staying to box them all up. Jeez, it's only like what, the 8th, man. You're ahead of the game, Nicole. Very organized person you must be because I haven't even started yet. Let me tell
Well,
you.
Nicole's an artist, so
Mhm.
when she says making all these things, she's actually
Right,
like either painting or doing something like that for presents. So
right.
um yeah. In fact, she excuse me. Whew, she helped me with my present to my mom. She
Oh,
painted a
okay.
painting for my mom. So
Oh, okay. Hopefully your mom's not tuning in, so probably not.
yeah, my mom don't give a shit what I do.
I didn't want to ruin the surprise, but yeah.
No, she don't. My mom don't know. So
Oh, gotcha.
especially when it's on Twitch. Like if it was on Facebook Live, maybe my brother would join
Mhm.
in, but even then he wouldn't tell my mom if he knew. So
Ah, gotcha. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, I better share the broadcast on my Facebook as well, so we can get some people over there on here. Let me see if I can do
yeah.
that.
So
How do I
Nicole said
share
that
this? When?
uh, I guess doesn't open in Colorado, but 25% capacity. So I guess 25% capacity. God, again, how the government doesn't help out with stimuluses and all that kind of stuff. Um, or they do like one $1,200 stimulus for what 9 months now. Um, but they only allow 25% capacity. They only allow
Right.
50. Like, how are these businesses supposed to? I mean, I know Mark has his theories, and I honestly believe them too. That they're trying to get rid of the middle class, and this is the perfect time for them to do it. Um, but Jesus Christ, man. So yeah,
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. I
no,
think that's where we were previously before the shutdown. I think I think the restaurants were at 25% capacity, then they went to indoor dining, then they went to outdoor dining only, now they're to takeout only. And I think
right.
stores are probably, yeah, I don't know if stores are what capacity they're doing, but it's definitely basically we're in California. We're at the point where we're when we first started the stay at home orders back in March. Yeah, so we're back to that setup again. Only go out if you need to get food, the necessities, the bare necessities.
Well, to be honest, I mean, we all should be doing that anyway because there's no vaccine or cure readily available for the public yet. But at the same time, I think at this point we should all just be adults, put the damn mask on, stay 6 feet away from each other as much as possible, sanitize and wash your hands, and protect yourself and others. Um, be smart about it. Like what were we talking about before the broadcast?
What was that? I
Um,
forget already.
about the sheriff in Riverside or something.
Oh yeah, they said the sheriff in Riverside, kind of Riverside County, uh, here in California, said he doesn't agree with the governor's ruling about shutting everything down, and he's not really going to enforce. Like they're supposed to literally arrest you if you don't abide by the curfew and all these laws. And he said basically he's not gonna do that. He said, we need the opportunities for these small business to recuperate and the economy. And basically they're saying basically he's saying he was a hypocrite because he's saying that if the counties don't abide by it, they won't get funding.
Hmm.
But at the same time, when the federal government told that to him, said if you guys don't abide by it, then California won't get funding. He was against it, but now he's doing the same thing to the counties on a lower level, saying like if you guys don't abide by this ruling, then we're not going to give you funding or help. The governor won't give the counties help. But at the same time, when the federal government said we won't give California help if you guys don't abide, he thought that was wrong. So you know what I mean. Now he's doing it to the counties. So as a
Jeez.
whole, he had this whole thing on social, I think on the news and everything, stating it, publicly that yeah, he's not going to arrest anybody and he doesn't agree with it. So good for him. You know what I mean? Like I don't think
Yeah.
he's. I think he might be obligated to because he's a public worker, but I don't know. I don't know the legalities of it
Well,
all, but
so I mean, it's basically he's telling his police force or like the sheriff's force, like give them warnings. If you gotta stop them, it's like, dude, there's but I'm not gonna arrest you. I'm gonna give you a warning. Just don't do it again. It's I don't know. I believe that because at least he's trying to let small businesses stay afloat. You know,
right, right.
yeah, you can be 100%, but we're not gonna try and shut you down. So,
Mm.
um, yeah, I can't say nothing because in Vegas, there's indoor, eating. There's casinos opening, new casinos opening. There's all kinds of stuff. You can do basically whatever. You can spit on each other if you want in Vegas. They don't give a shit. Like,
Right, right,
I'm not saying you should. Everybody in Vegas should keep their distance, but um, they basically they told everybody in Vegas, you're adults, wear your mask, stay 6 feet, sanitize, and all that stuff with your hands. Don't be an
right,
idiot. And
right,
even though the numbers will still go up, so will California, Arizona, Michigan. The numbers will always go up if there's no vaccines available for public. Um, and
right,
it's funny. Like we talk about the vaccine though, it's like when it does come out, how many people are actually going to take it? How
right,
many people are going to and how many is it going to be safe? Like, am I going to be shedding blood for a week? I mean, who knows,
right.
man?
Weren't they saying? I was reading something about that too. Weren't they saying that basically if you didn't take the vaccine, then you wouldn't get the stimulus check or something?
Oh, really?
Like of the 1,500, yeah, that 1,500 they're proposing. They're saying like if you didn't take the vaccine, then you wouldn't get it. So you
Well,
have to take the vaccine in order to get it. But let me play this real clip real fast for everyone out there. This is one about the sheriff. Let me see if I can get play this for you guys and if you can hear it.
In luxury, traveling, keeping his business open, and sending his kids to in-person private schools is very telling about his attitude toward California residents, his feelings about the virus, and it is extremely hypocritical. These closures and stay-at-home orders are flat out ridiculous.
The sheriff instead asked for people and business owners to take personal responsibility with the virus, use common sense, wear a mask, and social distance. Now, the LA County Sheriff also says his deputies will not enforce the order, but instead concentrate on voluntary compliance, and he will be targeting super spreader events. A shortage of ICU beds throughout Southern California's region triggered the state order and will impact up to 24 million Californians, almost half of the state's population. The order bans all on-site dining, shutters nail and hair salons, movie theaters, museums, and playgrounds. Retail can stay open, but only at 20% capacity. It's takeout only, and hotels are open only to essential workers. Now, the state.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's what he said. So I just wanted to play it because it's it's good that he's taking a stand on it, and for uh his his county on that level, because sometimes I think when what I mean, on the federal level they lose touch on a smaller level like the state level, and then on a state level you lose touch with the county level. You know what I mean? So and
Right.
so you got to do what he feels is right for his county, and if doing that is what he feels is right, well, not what I mean, and like really, what is like arresting people who don't abide by it going to really do? You know what I mean? That's the thing.
Right. Like I'm looking at it like you said, the Congress people that have mansions
Hmm.
and that can shutter their gates and live off of their their mansion money, like millions of dollars. They don't know what the small business owners are going through. They don't know what the average everyday Joe is going through. So
Right.
they lose touch of how it really works. So when the governor in his governor's mansion, literally that's what they call it, the governor's mansion, with his millions of dollars fundraised and all that kind of stuff, say stay the hell home and you can't go out and you can't run your business. I mean that's just it sucks, man. But
Yeah,
uh,
it's kind of crazy when, especially very hypocritical if you're doing what you tell people not to do, and then you want to impose these restrictions on counties that you didn't want for your state. So yeah, but
right,
yeah. So hopefully everything does pan out how it's supposed to be, and shout out to all the small business out there, enduring the pain, because it's definitely been a hard road. You're talking March,
right,
6, 7, 8 months already. So it's kind of hard to maintain any kind of brick and mortar business during these kind of times, especially when people aren't going out as much. One, people aren't going out as much, so you don't have as much foot traffic, and then two, when they do come out, your capacity is limited as well. So you know what I mean. So that kind of hinders your revenue stream as well. So I don't know how they're staying afloat, but I give them much props for enduring that and trying to keep their businesses open and fighting for that. So if you own a small business out there, major props to you for keeping it open during these kind of times.
right. And if you can, I mean, I know eating out is expensive. Um, but and, especially nowadays when you actually want to eat in because you want to stay away from Corona and all that. But every once in a while, go to your local restaurants and show them some love. Like my friend Ruby, her and her family just opened up a place to eat, a diner in or I guess it's called something catering um, in LA, and they because of everybody's support, they're actually doing pretty well. In the
Mhm.
first month, they did pretty well.
Right.
Now with the fully shut down stuff, people are calling in their orders and picking it up on the curb. So there's ways to help out. I'm not saying you have to do it all the time, but try to try to go to your local, Washington, Maine kind of stuff,
Mhm.
and eat there. So, all right,
Right.
man.
Yeah, that's we're just talking about that. So, like I told everybody, we don't have a guest tonight, so we're just basically talking about things going on currently, and then also ramping into the holiday season. Hopefully getting all those presents, and then also, of course, heading into out of 2020 to 2021. Of course, we have our also promises we like to call New Year's resolutions that we usually break within the first month or two. So yeah,
Well,
I don't know if anybody
did,
has
did
those.
you did you figure out what your New Year's resolution is going to be this
Uh,
upcoming year?
Not specifically, but it's probably going to overlap health and weight loss and discipline kind of things, as it does every year, which I always break, as you can tell by my face. But hopefully this year I can make it different, with everything uh going on in the world, and the pandemic things going on. It's your best bet to, stay healthy and you know lose the weight or stay in some kind of shape other than an oval or a circle. So hopefully.
Well, there's a lot of inspiration to lose weight this year.
Mhm,
Our friend Jax lost over 100 pounds,
mhm,
and he's looking great. He's still
mhm.
doing his thing up in Arizona. Like, he's gonna be figuring out how to do his regimen. Um, like, yeah, dude. Like, I feel like at night I'm breathing heavier.
Right.
During the day I'm a little bit more sluggish, and it's because I gained some weight. So I can feel it. I can see it. I got to get rid of all that.
Yeah,
Um,
you kinda.
I'm trying to travel. Like, there's a lot of comic cons and events
Mhm.
that are crossing fingers are gonna happen. So I got to get ready for that because it's been so long without an event that I honestly forget what goes into it already. Like, I
Mhm.
have all my hotels still booked for like Arizona, LA Comic Con,
Oh,
Anaheim, WonderCon, like stuff like that are later on in next year. But there's a local comic con coming up called Unicon, um, and so I'm gonna try and do that one just to kind of break the ice again.
right.
Um, we'll see. It's a local comic, like here in Las Vegas, like a local comic event done by comic people, well, comic and toys here in Las Vegas. So,
Mm,
again, I get to do a show. I get to be interactive with people again. At the same time, supporting a locally owned event. So, yeah, but at the same time, like, there's still work to do now in order for me
right.
to get there. So
What's
we'll
that?
see. We'll see.
This is the one right
Um,
here at the World Market Center, Unicon, Las Vegas.
yep, that's the one.
Oh, it's in March? Not
Mm,
till March then? Or is that the
It's
right?
not too much,
Okay.
but anybody that knows, like when you do a comic convention, if you're gonna be presenting there,
Right.
you got to start now.
Right.
Um, like, you got to have your table reserved. You got to, well, it's a little bit different for when you're doing a local show like Las Vegas because
Mhm.
I don't have to get a hotel and all that kind of stuff. Like normally when I do LA or San Diego, got to get the hotel. Got to make sure I have money for food. I got to make sure that I reserve the table months in advance, or else you're not going to get in. Um, there's a whole bunch of things that go along with it. This one is in Vegas, so um, I don't have to worry about travel and travel expense. So
Right. It's a great one
yeah,
to get your feet back wet back in the game. Definitely.
right. And it's March 5th and 7th, and then at the end of March is um, WonderCon in Anaheim, which is on my birthday weekend. So
Okay.
there's a whole bunch of things. So,
No, no.
and then there's Arizona sometime later next year, like in the summertime. The only reason why I don't like doing the Arizona one in the summertime is because it's Arizona in the summertime. It's 120 degrees outside.
Right, right.
Yeah, see, March. I don't know.
26, 26 and
26.
20.
So yeah, my birthday's on March 26th. So
Mm,
want to come? Hopefully, um, because of this coronavirus, they haven't confirmed anybody yet. But hopefully,
right,
they're gonna start confirming people, and we got to pay our table and all that stuff. But
right.
but yeah, we got in like we put in our application early.
Oh, that's
Um,
cool.
and then Arizona Fan Fusion,
Mhm.
Phoenix Fan Fusion. So, but yeah,
Fan Fusion. Let me look down up real quick. Fan Fusion. Let's go. Well, that's in
yeah. See,
May.
that's what I like about Colorado. Like talking about Nicole's thing, her comment about Colorado supporting small businesses. They know how to do it. Like they Colorado's been a big, I guess, art culture for a long time.
Mm,
So yeah, they're doing it right. See, May 28th to the 30th. But in the beginning of May, depending on what happens,
right.
I might be in Hawaii.
Hmm.
If not, then I'm not in Hawaii. Then I'm just gonna do a local show here.
What is that
Um,
for? What are you gonna be in Hawaii for?
um, Free Comic Book Day
Oh,
at Other Realms. But again, that's if everything goes right. If all the marbles drop into the right holes. So,
right.
um, but um, so that's that. Then I got Texas. I got all these other places that I got a book for. So,
Right.
but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Time will tell. So hopefully, things start getting back to normal. They have a supposedly a vaccine that is showing promising results. So hopefully, we can get that out to people. I was reading something about they got it out to so many people in India or something. I don't know.
Hmm.
Let me look that up real quick.
I don't know. Wow, you're very you're very knowledgeable this week, man. Normally, I'm
Uh,
like I don't know nothing.
no, I was reading it just because I think, you know how I know because a lot of times when these things pop up for my stocks, it's like from CNBC, and then they kind of pop up these things. See, India braces for colossal vaccine campaign. One drug maker has been waiting in the wings. So,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So they're getting ready to vaccinate a whole bunch of people over there. So, yeah.
Sweet. All
Hopefully
right.
that helps. I think they're gonna send it over there and see, test it on the people over there because I guess they're hella overpopulated, right? India,
so
so it has
so
to
if I'm
spread.
any of
It has
them
to
die,
spread.
that's
Yeah,
funny.
I mean, yeah, they want to try it there. I guess I don't know. Here, right here you go. People wait to get about 1.4 billion struggling. The world's second highest corona virus caseload at just under 9.7 million. And 140,000 deaths as of Monday. So yeah,
Jeez.
kind of crazy. So about
See,
almost 10 million people infected there. So kind of crazy.
wow,
Mhm.
that is crazy, dude. Who we don't have in the chat room tonight is Mitch.
I know it's weird. He actually messaged me earlier and asked me if we were on. So I don't know. I know he's been busy with he had a lot big workload from his work.
Like
So
actual work.
yeah, yeah, like his actual job been overloading him even though he's working from home. So
Huh? He's the best modder. Modder. Mod.
Motherfucker.
He's the best
Motherfucker.
modder. He's just instead of marvelous mods, he's just set his own group, the modder fuckers. So
I don't know. So yeah, so
I think
hopefully we
they
get
had the first,
that. Huh? Go ahead.
like Nicole said, they had the first 1 yardstick in England to what does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know. What do you mean the first one yardstick? Like yardstick? What's a yardstick? She'll
I don't
probably
know.
explain it, but they have the first one yardstick in England to a 94-year-old woman. Maybe it was a typo or like an autocorrect word. Let's see if we can figure it out before she types it. They have the first one yardstick. What could yardstick be? And I just
Yeah, the first
it's different.
one. I don't know. Okay, so I know they gave it. I know they gave the vaccine test to the first in England to a 94-year-old woman.
Oh, see, vaccine. So she said that's a different.
Oh,
Maybe Jason said that they
maybe.
have the first one vaccine in England. Oh, yeah, that would make sense.
What's up,
And
Buzz? How you doing, man? Yeah,
he
that,
said
that makes. I mean, autocorrect, right?
something or like just replace your words with something else. Oh,
But man, we can go down the rabbit hole about this. Like they're using this pandemic as a way to get rid of the middle class. They've been wanting to get rid of the middle class for the longest time, and they can't just kill everybody. So they're like, oh, what are we gonna do? Well, wait, there's a pandemic. We can shut down all these businesses. We can eliminate the middle class right here.
right.
So that's Mark's theory, and I believe it because it's the government. They can do whatever the hell they want. So
Right.
okay, so Lisa said, question to my man in the blue hat. What
Yeah, it's a troll.
toothpaste? Who's that?
I don't know. Probably somebody trolling, talking about my what toothpaste I use. So,
Yeah, what toothpaste do you use?
Crest.
I'm normally an Aqua Fresh guy because I like the different colors. But like now that I started traveling out more, I go to Walmart and get those like the ones in the pack, like the
Mhm.
travel ones, because they're only like $1.50. Um, and so now I use AIM.
Yeah.
So because it comes in those small little AIMs.
My teeth dirty. That's why he said that. I don't know.
No, he's just being a Weisenheimer.
Yeah, he
So
got banned already from the room, so he's gone.
wow, that was quick.
Yeah, I'm quick to the ban. I'm my own mod, so
You don't take no shit either.
yeah, he's gone already. He's gone. So
Agent 21, what is that?
I don't know. Agenda
Buzz,
21.
what is that? Agenda 21. We gotta look that up. See, the funny thing is back in high school, uh Buzz is the one that got me into protesting. He got me into political um I guess debates on things, seeing things from another point of view. Um so yeah. Like him and I, dude, we joined the Revolutionary Communist Youth Brigade back in the days. Um, we used to go up to campus center at UH and do sleepovers,
Hold on.
protests. Hey, baby, Agenda 21 is old news. Get up on it. But yeah, like getting rid of the middle class. That was their Agenda
Say hi
21.
real quick. Then you gotta go. You gotta go sleep.
Nuffy.
Hey, baby girl, you going to bed now?
Nuffy.
Hi, are you gonna go to bed now?
He said hi. You can't hear him because I'm in the earphone. So
Oh,
Nuffy.
okay.
say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Yep, Revolutionary Books. Dude, we used to go there all the time. We used to have the meetings there. Used to go there to read the um, all these books on and revolutions and all that. Dude, like I gotta admit, man, he he's one of the friends that opens your minds to things. He's the one that will influence you to look beyond, use your third eye, look beyond just what's in front of you.
Right.
And of course, drawing walls and shit. So,
Uh-oh.
but yeah, dude, we used to go deep on that stuff, dude. Like now, like as I get older, I just don't care anymore. Like, fuck it. So,
Okay, wait,
V
hold
for
on.
Vendetta, bro.
Trying to
But
figure this thing.
anyway, what is
Wait,
that?
I think I was trying to erase the comment thing, and I think I blocked Jax by mistake. So I'm trying to figure out how to unblock him. Ah, shoot.
Jax?
Yeah.
Damn, bro, you savage. Yeah, he's on there.
The chat moved, that's why I don't know how to unblock now. Oh well, sorry, Jack. You can talk for a minute while I try and figure this out.
Okay.
My bad.
So, speaking of like, just resolutions, yeah, there's a few that I want to get done. I want to travel a little bit more, but at the same time, I want to make sure that I do my work. And I think when I start doing events like Comic Cons and in Anaheim and Arizona and all that stuff, it'll take away that need to travel because I'll be traveling for those events.
Right.
So I think, like kind of like discipline for you, discipline will help with your, losing weight, getting healthier, doing better trades. Like the discipline part for me, I think it's like the getting back to what I normally do, like travel for
Right.
conventions. It'll
Right.
help everything else with it. So it's funny, like my roommates and I, um, we were just talking about like, so free. When are you gonna get a girl? Like when are you gonna, I'm like, dude, I gotta be honest. I I learned about myself something in the past. I don't know how long it's been, like almost 10 years being here in Vegas. That
Right.
I'm such a selfish person. Like when it comes to relationships, like I'll help my friends out, left and right. I'll do whatever. We'll go to dinner and I'll put the card down before we even sit down. Um, but when it comes to relationships, I don't want a relationship. Like if I wanted to go to Arizona tomorrow, I can
Right.
without asking anybody, baby, you want to come with me? And then she says no, then it's like, well, I'm gonna go anyway. And she's gonna get mad. Like I don't want none of that. So, we were talking about it, and they're like, so don't you miss the companionship? It's like, yeah, like I want to be romantic and I want to do all that stuff, but I don't want the relationship. I just want to
Mhm.
go out, have a good time, have a great conversation, eat a meatball or two, and then at the end of the night, do what we got to do, and then okay, I'll see you later.
Mhm.
Like I'm too selfish. I'm stuck in my ways of independence. So yeah, we had that
Right.
conversation at the kitchen table today. It was weird
Oh. Oh.
because my
Wow.
roommates and I, we normally don't talk about that. We talk about
Right.
work, we talk about what we're doing in life, but for some odd reason, it came up, and it made me really think about it. Like, yeah, why don't I go on these apps and find a girl or matchmaker.com or whatever the hell
Right.
you go. Um, it's because I don't want to. Like, if we didn't have a pandemic, I would have gone to fucking Disneyland like twice, at least 3 times by now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I know that I don't have to be like, okay, if I want to go to Disneyland, I gotta ask my girl. If she says she can't go until this time, I gotta wait for her to go to this time. But what if I can't go because I have a Comic Con? If I have a Comic Con, then I would have to make enough money at the Comic Con to support going to like. There's this whole thing because of the fact that I have a relationship. Like right now, I can be like, if we didn't have pandemic, I could be like, huh, you know what? I'm gonna go on Expedia, book a two, well, let's say 3 day because um, there's a 2 day hopper, and you want to get there a day before so you can rest up and start the day early. And there's 3 days in at a hotel near Disneyland, and just go by
Right.
myself. You know, but when you have family or when you have a girlfriend or some significant other, whatever, you got to consider them, and I don't want to. I'm a selfish son of a bitch, but yeah. Did you get Jax on?
I guess he went to Twitch, so
Okay, he
yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to unblock it. Like usually you would just click something, but this is StreamYard, so in Twitch I know how to do it, but in this I have no clue. I was trying to Google it while you're telling your story, and I couldn't figure it out. So I think he
see.
jumped
That's the
on.
reason why I told my story to give you time, bro.
But you figure you could just Google search it, and it would just tell you click this, but it doesn't. So I don't know if
Nope.
he'd have to log back in, but he's on Twitch anyway. So
Right, still the secret society kind. So
right.
Buzz was like, I care, but I don't care. Now I get that feeling because like I care what happens to America. Like I used to say this ever since we were kids, since we were like, picketing and holding signs and demonstrating. I love my country. I love the people in it. I love the people that I know that are really good people, but I hate my government. The government messes everything up. And so I know the sentiment when he says, I care, but I don't care, is because I care about about our country, but I don't really care because whatever the government does is what they're going to do. We as a people have to take care of ourselves. We as a people have to stop beating each other up and being racist and all that stuff because the government ain't going to do it. So I understand that. And yeah, Jack says we still need to do our annual road trip. But the thing is, now that like the three of us are together on
Mhm.
the same rock, like a bigger rock, it's not the same little, Hawaii rock. Um, but we can start off in, well, I guess Mark can come to Vegas, Jax can come to Vegas, and then we can all go like to San Francisco or something, you know. But yeah, dude, like I try not to get political buzz, but you know how it is, man. And ever since we were, kids, we are always political. But yeah, dude, I always said that. I love my country. I hate my government. It's the people that have to do what we have to do because the government's gonna sell our land. They're gonna steal land. They're gonna blow up other countries for oil. They're gonna do all this bad crap to make like other countries look at what the military, what the government does in their country. So when Americans go to Afghanistan or whatever and start raping, kids and killing random people and all that stuff in the name of oil and political prowess, the people of their country, which would normally be okay with us, look at that as American representation. So like they don't understand, like that's not us, that's not the people, that's the government, that's the military that's doing that to you, not us. So anyway, getting back to it, but yeah, it's because we actually care about people. So we could go to Four Corners Sea, like dude, we gotta have a what is it called, boys night but boys trip. Like
Mhm.
we rent an RV that says rvforrent.com on the side of it. You know, you can rent out an RV. I'm not really an RV guy. I like to have my hotel, so I don't know how to clean up nothing. I can use as many towels as I like and just leave them on the ground. So,
Yep, yep,
um,
yep.
like honestly, Mark's gonna get a Palisade, so that's like a, a big enough car for all three of us. Well, there'd be Mark. Oh boy, we're gonna have to do a caravan because you're gonna have Mark, the two girls, his wife, and the mom and mom. So that's five already. And then there's myself.
Mm,
Um, and then you got Jackson Stacy. So that's eight people right there, dude. Oh my
yeah.
god. Can you
Uh,
imagine all of us going to Yellowstone and like seeing bison and reindeer and shit?
dang,
Whoa.
those Palisades are expensive. I'm looking at it, and it's like $47,000.
Why are they so expensive?
I don't know. I'm looking. Well,
Well, it's
these are
because it
brand,
just
brand.
came out.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
Oh, it's 50
dude.
grand. Like estimated financing 600 something a month. What the heck? Hell to the no.
So get a Flex that has three rows. But
Man,
even then,
I think I used to pay six something when I had my expedition. Remember my expedition when I first moved to Vegas?
right.
That was
Yeah, but back
my
then you
payment
was making money hand over fist.
yeah, so yeah,
See,
that
back
was
then,
also
like when
crazy.
you bought it in, where did you buy it in Maui?
Yeah, I bought it in Maui.
You had a promotion in Maui that was making crazy money, and Hangover Hawaii. um, so yeah, like when you bought it in Maui, you're like $600 a month. That's nothing. I'd make that in one night, right?
Right,
But
right.
and then you moved to Vegas. I remember going to California all the time.
Mhm.
Especially when we used to do LA, Bee Stang's what is it called? Lucky
Lucky
Strike.
Strike, right.
Yeah. And then of course he did San Diego and all this kind of stuff. And then after a while, when you started dating V, well,
Mhm.
we used to go there literally like every 2 weeks, dude. And like I like driving the car. It was a big freaking monster, but it's smooth,
Mhm.
right? But we
Mhm.
had to stop over like twice. Like we had to stop her in Barstow and then we had to stop her somewhere else just to gas up, just to get to San Diego. That
Yeah,
thing was
gas
a gas, basically just a big gas tank on wheels, dude.
what is
So
it? Trying to think what kind of mileage? 19. See, even this is like a. Well, I guess it's not a hybrid, so it's
uh,
only a 6 cylinder, and it only gets like 19 to 26 miles per. Jeez, that's not that great. What did they have? Did they have any? They don't have hybrid
I don't know. I
Palisades.
think that, I think this is like the Palisades is their luxury SUV. So it's kind of
Mhm.
like the equivalent to like a Escalade. Because
Right,
for
it
that
is.
price, dude, holy crap!
Yeah, that's
See how much
expensive.
a Flex is. Well,
Yeah.
even okay. So this is what we would have to do. I'd have to go down to San Diego,
Mhm.
and even if you had a Flex or something with three rows, so that you can fit all the girls, right? Like literally, and if anybody out there is listening, Mark lives with all girls except for like one boy dog, and so um, he's outnumbered big time. But I'd have to go to San Diego. You put all the people in your car, and then I would have all the luggage in my car. Because even if there's three rows, that means that there's no trunk for you to put
Right.
anything, because it now becomes a row. So you'd have to put all the luggage in my car. We caravan it to probably Vegas or something, and then we go to Arizona to meet up with Jax and Stacy, so they can jump in my car if there's room. Yeah, there should be room because I got a pretty big trunk now. And then we all go to Four Corners. Have you been to Four Corners, Mark?
I don't think I have. I don't think I have.
So Four Corners, of course, is the place where I think it's Jax. I don't know if you should know because you're the one talking about Four Corners. I think it's like Arizona, New Mexico, or no, Arizona, Utah, Colorado, and Wyoming, or some shit like that. I forget. That are all connected at one crisscross.
Right.
Um, and so we can take two cars up there, spend like a couple of days just hanging out and looking at elk and deer and whatever,
Mhm.
and then go home. But what I love to do though, um, is I think in order for this to happen, we'd actually have to rent an RV because we'd like to actually go camping in an RV in Yellowstone National Park,
Right.
or like at California with the redwoods and all that, where you can
Right.
drive through the redwood. Um, and but then we'd have to take separate. Like you'd have your RV for you. I would have my SUV. I'd just
Right.
put down the back, uh, maybe put up a tent or something, you know. And then of course Jackson and Stacy would have their own. So I again, dude, we got to figure something out because I'd love to do like a family vacation, but
Right.
I don't know. I don't know if the girls can handle though. Like like I know mom doesn't listen to our podcast, but yeah, she'd be bitching the whole way. uh Nano wouldn't want to even go because there's like, you know, that's 10 hours in a car kind of thing. Uh
Right.
she's good with it. As long as we go to like a woodsy area like Oregon, she'll be fine. Uh I think Jazzy would be fine as long as she got her, you know, her iPad, her phone, and Alexa.
Right.
So, but yeah,
That'd be-
dude, I'd love to.
Mhm.
So, what else were we gonna talk about? I forget. I gave you a list. I forget what it was. It's on my phone.
I don't know. I just think like New Year's resolutions,
Oh, what happened? Oh, that's just me. Nowhere, nowhere, nowhere.
Christmas
I'm just
gifts,
kidding.
Christmas gifts, New Year's resolution, past guests. You said maybe I don't
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's talk about past guests. Okay,
know.
wait. Let me get back on here because I don't know what I just did.
I think
No, what did I do?
turned it sideways, and now you're
Oh, no, not that's not it.
not going now. For some
See,
reason, you're
there we
frozen.
go.
Oh, there you are.
Okay, like Jack says, I'm sorry, but I gotta pee again.
There you are. All right, we're just chilling tonight. Let's see. It's the only place where four states touch in the United States: Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, Colorado. You can be in four states at one time. Really, nothing else there. However, there will be a campsite there also. Yeah, that sounds kind of interesting. It might be something we want to take a gander at um in the near future. So definitely want to put on the bucket list for our upcoming trip, if anything. So yeah, it's all good. What we were gonna talk about? He wanted to talk about past guests, so I'm not exactly sure what he wanted to talk about. That maybe like a review type of thing, since we're coming up towards the end of the year. So I'm not sure exactly what about past guests you want to
Well,
speak.
when I was talking about past guests, the reason why I brought it up is because um, recently we've had guests that we had nothing to do with their industry or their interest. Like for example, Vanessa. I've never been in a pageant. You know, I've never modeled in Japan, so that was kind of interesting. Uh, and the reason why I brought it up is because we had John or Boss One from HW Collectors, um, Hawaii. I guess like a Hot Wheels society. And
Right.
because of that conversation, fuck, dude. Because of that conversation, I went on eBay and I started buying up some 55 Bel Air gassers, which I shouldn't have because I should have talked to him first. But I mean, it was just I got the cheap ones. Like I got the the no shipping, $10 for two kind of thing. So I
Right.
just want to start my collection. What I'm trying to do now is because in Vegas we don't shut down nothing in Vegas, so we
Uh-huh.
actually have get-togethers where um, there's toy trades at toy shops like Rogue
Right.
Toys. Rogue Toys, you can see Rogue Toys in some of the episodes of Pawn Star. You know, I got this guy. I don't know nothing about toys. I got this guy. He's an expert at this kind of stuff. Is it okay if we have him come in? He's the guy that owns Rogue Toys. Is their
Oh,
expert there? Yeah.
right.
So Steven has this every 2 weeks. He he has like a toy thing where vendors come in and people like have collections that'll come in and try and sell them and all that. Um, Now I'm gonna be going around looking for stuff like that, and that's what I did.
Right.
I posted up. I was like, Mark, you got to help me make more money, dude, because I'm gonna be broke soon. Like I was looking at this stuff on eBay, And of
Right.
course, the 55 Bel Air gasser. I just like
Mhm.
it because it's a 55 Bel Air. To be honest, I used to
Right.
do like put together plastic models and paint them and all that shit. And that was one of my favorite after the 57, like the
Right.
57 Chevy.
Mhm.
But the 55 is the racer ones, like that they would use for racing. Um, and I started buying. I was like, wow, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. Mhm. Because actually, I want some of the exclusives that you can only get at like like toy conventions,
Right.
toy expos, and all that. And I got to talk to John about it because there's certain ones that they're about average price, about $50. Some of them are 25 or whatever. But
Right.
if anybody in his group can either get me a good price because I'm starting off, I don't want to go too heavy on the like, oh yeah, this is a $500 exclusive. Okay, I'll take it. And then coming to find out it's only $200 or something.
Oh,
There's
I
a
didn't
big thing.
right. I gotta say, what's up? I didn't even see Kona Chang checking in, aka Island Boy, Cody Diecast,
Hey,
which is John you're talking about. AZD's here. Wow. I take my eyes off the screen for and
for a second.
Mal, what's it? Malvicino? Malvicino oh 01. So some people
Nice.
checking in today. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, so go ahead. I just wanted to say what's up to everybody. Hopefully you
Right?
guys have a good December, you know what I mean? A good end to the year.
Yeah, dude, I haven't seen Conan in so long. What's up, Island Boy? Haven't seen you in a while, bro. Wow. Uh, Cody Dyke is like, yeah, I saw your post about the gases, dude. I am so into it now. Like I'm looking at it like, oh, I like the black hole because it's matted. I like there's this one called Dirty Blonde. It's about
Mhm,
45 bucks. But again, I want to talk to John about all this stuff because I don't know personally what it is. Um,
mhm.
but if we're gonna start a collection, I might as well go to the big dogs. You know what I mean?
Right,
Um,
right.
so yeah, yes, yeah, dude, Mal Vicino. Yeah, the con exclusives are always good because they're exclusive for one, so they don't make as many of them as because it's so exclusive to like say Unicon. Steve from Rogue Toys, the one I was just talking about, he owns that and runs that. So you know that there's going to be a Hot Wheels exclusive for just that. So hopefully he makes a 55 gasser, and I'll definitely get one from them. Um, I got some $1 ones for free. Wow, I'm gonna go to your what is he on? He's on YouTube. Cody, dude, try and find me. John Jon Isabello Isabello on Facebook, and just link up, dude, because I'm trying to look for some gases. It doesn't have to be exclusives. Like I just want a collection of good stuff. Um, it was World Cafe. Oh my god, dude, World Cafe. Like um, Island Boy is talking about World Cafe. Like I don't know.
Mhm.
Is he still Island Boy? Is he
No, no.
like? So do you just go by Kona or you
Yeah,
Island Boy?
I think he's just Kona Chang on the radio as well as a
Oh,
musician.
okay. Okay. Well, I mean, I grew up with him being Island Boy. You know what I mean?
Right,
But
right, right.
okay. So um, yeah. Remember World Cafe? It had 3 stories, and we had a huge stage and an arcade underneath that you can use the Area 51 shoot gun stuff. Dude, we had everything going on there. In that, I gotta admit, man, I worked at Maharaja back in the days when it was like the club of clubs. Like back in like the 80s and all that, early 90s, you couldn't beat Maharaja. And then I went to Venus, which is a hot spot for everybody, not just gay, not just lesbian, but like all the kids and the young. I call them young, but they're like 20 years old, 18 years old. Um, that was a hot spot. And then I worked at World Cafe, the big one, even the original one in Restaurant Row. But I worked at the one that went 3 stories. I worked at some of the best clubs in Hawaii, dude. Like straight up, that was dope. Come party at the top of the world at World Cafe.
Yeah,
Dude, I
that's what.
literally read it just like how you said.
Yeah.
Mark, try, dude, go back. Put Nelden's thing back on. Say it out loud.
Not me.
No, you do it. Do it.
Not me.
Wait,
Not
you never
me.
did promos before, you liar. Do the promo.
I do, but I'm not getting paid, so you know what I mean. I get on I go
Oh,
on
sorry,
Rider.
Mr. Tuesday.
I cannot do that kind of stuff. You know what I mean. I cannot do that kind of stuff. No sound, or is it freezing on Twitch? It might be freezing on Twitch, Jack. So you might want to refresh that page. John said free. We'll do a trade. Remember he's talking about the doing the logo for them, redoing the
Yeah,
HW50
yeah.
logo. Then you can do some trade. Say Island Man now, not Island Boy. So he's gonna,
But when you get the gray hairs in the goatee, it's Island Man now.
Island Uncle, Uncle
Oh,
Island,
Island
Uncle
Uncle.
Island,
Oh, Island Uncle.
Uncle Island show.
Hey, Kona, thanks for the shout out. Like you put up like that I used to kill it on the mic. People don't even know. Right. I remember we used to have like 2,000 people on a Saturday night. 2,000, dude. That is unheard of. And I used to go out there in my cellophane G string fucking with intern Cliff and Doc Rock and Stony and these stupid skits. But see, the thing is, back in the day, they don't understand that we used to do skits, right? I mean, Mark, you remember that?
Oh
That
yeah.
the playoff players. And we used to do all these skits that are stupid. We used to wear G strings. We used to do all this stupid stuff. But what they don't understand is that Stony, Cliff, and Doc Rock, they got to go out like afterward. They got to go in the crowd and do, just have fun. I still had to work. I had to hype the crowd up to get to that point, do the skit, take a like 2 minute smoke break, and then go back to hyping up the crowd till 4 in the morning. So my job was like 10 times harder than theirs. They got to go have fun. It's basically like they are the free Isabella to this show, and I was the Mark Easy. I was the one that had to do the work. They come in for like 10 minutes, do the show, get all the accolades. Everybody thinks more, everybody's funny. Stoney's the hot one. Doc Rock is the old one. Intern Cliff was the funny, cute kid, and I was just the MC. And so they didn't understand how much work I had to do every freaking night at work, dude. But that's the job. So it was me even since Mark, like, right? Mark like banned you, bro. Mark like banned Jax.
That was accident. I don't know how to unban with StreamYard, so new platform. So I don't know how to unban. So sorry about that. But I think you just had to probably log back in. Maybe I don't know.
Right.
Kind of crazy.
Like who's Malvasino?
I don't know.
Jax,
Jaxie,
if you know Malvasino.
he's asking.
Right? Like Jax, if you know him, let us know who he is, man. Because we all got like superhero names on this. Like to be honest, like Kona Chang, I know Kona Chang, but if you didn't say Island Boy, it would have totally blown by me. I would have been like, who? But yeah, dude, we had some fun back then. Back before phones had like clear and present cameras. So I haven't watched anyway. So yeah, I was thinking. So far, we've never actually had a return guest. So I'm gonna go back in the log and to see what if any of our guests can come back on. I know Wes, Wild Wild West, because of what happened in Hawaii with the quarantines and all that kind of stuff. I mean, he had a heartfelt, like almost make you cry post about how his business is being affected, which entails, puts him and his family in a hard situation, puts the people that work with him, all their families in hard situations. So, and he's like, you guys are just throwing things at the wall, like just to see if it sticks. You can't do that to the people that live in Hawaii that actually have to, make a living. Like you just want to well, let's just try 30 days. It's like within those 30 days, you know, 500 businesses go out of business. So I mean, he had a lot to say. I wouldn't mind having him on. I know Lanai's way too busy now. I know. Thank God phones had no cameras, right? Oh, dude, I would so be in jail by now. Like of all the stupid stuff, all the things that went up my nose. Like, it's not even funny. Um, like James Cole, of course, was a really good interview. He had a lot of great stories. I'd love to have him and his DJ partners come on, tell some stories.
Right.
Uh, we got to get Big T's to somehow come back on, dude. Um,
Yeah.
because of the audio mishap, um, which is nobody's fault. It was just how it is. We have to figure that out and then get him back on because again, his story, from what he's doing now, from what he did and how he grew up and, being rough and tumble to actually like saying, hey, I can't be doing that no more. Like
Right.
I won't let anybody step on me, but I can't be going out just looking for trouble. Like literally, I remember that story he was telling. It's like he would literally just down, Jack Daniels or whatever his drink of choice was, and go looking for trouble. Literally, just like, right, we're gonna knock somebody out tonight. It's like, okay, um, just stuff like that. I want to see what Nanea is up to. I know she's got a sweatpants and uh, coffee and sweatpants thing still going strong. The last time I checked, she had over like 200,000 followers.
Ah,
Um,
dang.
yeah, so just to see what she's up to now that her book came out. I mean, there's so many things that we can still talk about with former guests that we just haven't done it. Like we haven't
Right.
reconnected. I think that's another thing coming in the upcoming year. I want to reconnect. Like what's her name?
Who's
Um,
that?
Jalen Sheldon.
Oh, Jeline. Yeah. Jalen.
Jalen Sheldon.
Jalen. Yeah.
Jalen. Sorry. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, she's always interesting. She's always on the go. Um, so I mean, we had a lot of great guests in the past. Even the ones that we didn't think were gonna be like high profile, like
Mm-hmm.
DJ Edit or Ryan Chang. Or is that his name? Ryan Chang, right?
No, Ryan
No.
Matsumoto. I don't know.
Yeah, something. Okay. So Ryan, DJ
Uh-huh.
Edit. Um, just hearing his story of how he came about in the club scene and being humbled. He actually humbled himself. He was an arrogant ass. He even admitted he was an arrogant ass that he couldn't be touched. And then he got humbled. He humbled himself to the point where um, now he's not just respected, but now that he's liked. You know, like yeah, again, little things like that. We had some great guests over the past year that I think we should kind of reestablish it. But you call that not retouch.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I guess like get in touch with again and see
Right.
what they're up to. So I'll be doing that while you do all the technical stuff and with your 17 shows a day. So
It's all good. I think Jax was saying that Malvasino is, where did he put it? Ultimate Fighter Caruso from HCW Hawaii Championship Wrestling. That's
oh, okay,
uh,
okay, now I know. All right. Wow, HCW, dude, that's a while ago. um, did I tell you the story about when I when I was the ring, like bang 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 bang.
uh, I
Um,
think so. I think you told me before, but you can
uh,
tell them.
yeah. Uh, back in the day, Jax brought me to a HCW um match, like an event. It was on a military base, and so I went with Jax, and I guess the guy that rings the bell didn't show up, and the commentator. So he's like, "You want to be a commentator?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then you just got to ring the bell when he points, when the referee points at you, and then ring the bell when he points at you again, like the match is over. So I said, okay. And then of course sometimes when the person gets disqualified, when they slam the chair on his back, you got to ring the bell like 1,000 times, ding 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 ding, like all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so I was a guest timekeeper. Um, and so like they put on the hand, or like I had the microphone, and the only thing I could, oh wow, that's just amazing. He's such an amazing like everything was amazing. Like I couldn't use awesome for some reason. I couldn't like be like, oh, this is a slobber knocker of a match. You can never find this anywhere else but Hawaii. This is what Hawaii wrestling is all about. Like all that stuff. It's like, all right, so one time I was ringing it, bang, 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 because normally you do it a couple of times to start the match, and, and then when he gets the 3 count, bing, bang, and to end it. But I got exuberant. Bang, 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 bang. The promoter comes up to me and goes, "Okay, dude, just relax on the bell." I was like, "All right, okay, sorry." But yeah, I was a guest timekeeper back then. Only for one show. This is when Jax. Well, by the way, for anybody that doesn't know, um, Jax of Hearts used to be a valet for one of the wrestlers. So he'd come out with the Hawaiian flag, and I forgot what other flag he had. Mark, Jax, let me know what it is. And so he would come out, and we were waving the flags all around, and he'd be the valet for one of the wrestlers, and that's how he got me into it and everything. But I always loved like Hawaii wrestling ever since like Don Morocco and all that stuff. So
Right.
yeah, technically, Jax is one of our guests before. Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Jax is one of our guests. Again, he was hesitant, and the reason why Jax was hesitant to get on our show was because he's so determined to stick to his physical regimen. He has to go walking, he has to go to judo, he has to do this, he has to do that, he has to lift at this certain time. So when I was like, Jax, can you just push your workout like an hour before, an hour after? And he was so hesitant, dude. Like he didn't want to do our show because of it. So yeah. Oh yeah, it was Kaimana. I forgot. Yeah. So yeah, Jackson. And okay. So also, not just previous guests,
Right.
like because we've had some really good, and I mean we're talking like even Lanai when he joined us for an hour. Within that hour, he did such a great interview because he's such a professional. Like they're just certain people that just have it, and he's had that talent since the beginning. But I also wanted to see if we later on we can get Buzz on here,
Right.
because his journey's been ups and downs, and he's always been it's funny though, because he's been a country boy at heart, but we've lived in this city most of our lives. Po'oa, near the freeway, and then he moved out to Kahalu, which is like
Right.
countryside, and that was fun, playing football in the muddy fields and all that shit. And then now he's living in Maui, because at a certain point he was taking care of his dad for a little while. Found it, he got a wife and everything, got kids now.
Right.
But he lives in Maui because he likes that country feel. But he was a townie, just like me. He was always been a townie. But in his heart, he was living in the grasslands. You know what I mean? So he'd be good to have on. I wouldn't mind actually having Quan. I think, have we had Quan on by himself?
Yep. We did
Okay.
when he was on the
So,
balcony.
so we have had Quan. Okay. Um, So yeah, we've had some great guests, but there's some guests that I want to get on. Um, I know that you have a lot of see that's another thing with Twitch. There's a community of Twitch people out there that have been producing content for a long time. Um, like Lily K, that you had on the other night. Um, other DJs, DJ Aquatech, um, and so on and so forth. That we can actually have them come on our show and talk about what they do and how they doing it, what their marketing plans are, and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I think everybody on this planet has a life that is interesting. We just got to tap into it. So,
Right. Definitely. I'm just trying to scan through who we had. So yeah, those are the mains. I think, like you said, who do we want to
what do you
come?
think is our one of our best interviews?
Mm, scanning through. I'm scanning through
Ex-
right now.
Excluding like other than Lanai, because Lanai was like I think our best. But other
Yeah.
than Lanai, who do you think is our top notchers?
Mm, I think was it Davin from Snack Addicted was a good
Oh
interview.
yeah, yeah.
Janine Shelton was a good interview as well.
That one
Uh,
took a couple of weeks to get on too.
yeah.
Um, well, it took like a month for her to find a date that's good for her, but also
Right.
it took her like 2 weeks because of the technical difficulties we had the first week.
Right.
Like if it was recording just the background stuff that we were talking about, like when we weren't broadcasting that first week, dude, that would
Mhm.
have been like the best conversation we ever had. um, yeah, we're trying to get more girls on. Nicole, or Nikki's like, you need more girls. It's hard because I don't know any girls. It's hard because and all the girls that I know, like either they hate me because we dated, or uh, you know, like I didn't date them and they don't know who I am anymore. Yeah, Other Realms is a good one too. Yeah, Other Realms was a great uh guest to have on. Wow. Alika Seki from Maui Comics.
Right.
His was a
That's
good one.
yeah, for sure.
Did we have Mike Sato from
Mhm.
Hilo? Yeah, that was a good one too. See, you know what I like about Mike? He's like me. You give him
Mhm.
one subject, right? He can go on and on and on. But it's so interesting. Like he's so knowledgeable about everything he does that he talked. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
um yeah, I like Mike because of that. Like he he's been in the game for so long that no matter what he does, he knows everything about it. And that's the kind of guy he is. So when you say, "Hey Mike, how's life in Hilo?" He will tell you. He's like, "Okay, in 1817, Hilo is established as a like, okay. I just want to know what the weather's like, but okay." Um, but yeah, because of that, he's a great interview. I think Other Rooms was probably a good one too because we had both the owners, and they gave us a little bit of what um, what made Other Realms last so long.
Right.
Gecko Books, technically Gecko Books was the longest running comic shop in Hawaii. I
Mhm.
think it was around for a little bit over 30 something years, but because they folded, like they a lot of people say it's from the coronavirus, but I got it from a good source that
Right.
Gecko Books, they shuttered their doors, like they closed up after some 30 something years because the
Right.
owner was like, well, it's a pandemic for one, so this is actually a good time to just retire. I don't want to do it no more. You know,
Right.
um, he loves comics and all that kind of stuff, but he's like, this is a perfect time to go into retirement. I'm 60 something years old, and this is about the time. This is the right time. So it had
Right.
nothing to do with Corona, like a little bit of Corona, but
Mhm.
like it wasn't because of the Corona.
Right.
Um, So now, Other Realms is the longest running established comic shop in Hawaii. So
Wow.
yeah. Again, that'd be good to have them come back on and talk about it.
Hmm.
Um, and then yeah, Alika was a great one, dude. Like just talking about his dad and all that kind of stuff. Um, I don't know. Like if you have any suggestions on any females that we can get on here, I would love to have
Right.
female. You know, but it's hard because we're not really well known. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
That's
when I so when I send the email out or when I send the message, hi, my name is Free Isabella from the Lowest State of Mind podcast. We'd love to have you on. Yeah, they skip right over it. They're like, who the hell is this guy? Um, so
so that's why we've been having like personal friends, and as we grow, hopefully we can get more notable people on
right.
our show. But for now, we do what we can for you guys. So
I
you know,
think, like I said, I think everybody's interesting. Um,
right, everyone has
and
their story to tell. So
like I remember I went like back in the days when we used to go to Venice Beach, and I used to go with our friend Chad and his daughter Zoe, and
yeah.
every once in a while, like the rest of the guys would come, like Vibe would come out, you would come out, Coco would come out, but
Mhm.
sometimes it'd just be me and Chad and Zoe because I'm the
Right.
only one that didn't have a job, um, or that didn't have a steady job, um,
Right.
and I only worked at the time Friday, Saturday, right, and then I started working with you on Thursdays. But before that, I was just like, anyway. So I used to go down to Venice Beach, and like I just wanted to play the guitar on the beach, but I didn't bring a guitar because I couldn't afford one at the time. So I'd go there and I'd tell the homeless guy or the guy on the beach, I'm like, yo man, like, can I pay you a few bucks just so I can strum your guitar for a little bit? It's like, no man, you can do it for free, but of course you give him a few bucks. Um,
Right.
I play some like um, Blind Melon. I'd play some uh, Green Day. Another turning point, forks like in the road, right? Like all that kind of stuff. Um, then I'd sit there because Chad and his daughter would take a bike, and
Mhm.
like like there's a bike with the thing in the back, like like
Right.
and they'd just go off in their own little world. Just they're like, oh, we'll be back. We're gonna go get ice cream or something. I said, okay. So I'd sit there and
Right.
I'd talk to this guy on the beach, and like we'd share. Well, we wouldn't share a cigarette. Like I'd give him one of mine, and we'd both smoke. And I told him, so how'd you get here, bro? Like
Mhm.
where you from? And I remember his story. He's like, originally I'm from, I think it was like Tennessee or something. He's like,
Right.
originally I'm from Tennessee. I came out to California because I wanted to become an actor like everybody else. And then I got dropped from my agency because I started doing drugs.
Huh.
And I ended up here in Venice Beach because I'd play guitar and people would give me a couple of dollars here and there. And like you wouldn't believe how much money you make. I was like, what do you mean how much money do you make? He's like, dude, you can make like $100 a day. just playing the same old guitar. And people will stop by, they give you $1, and then, if they know the song, like say for example, like if you play a Three Doors Down, or you
Right.
play you know, like Closing Time by Supersonic or whatever, and they recognize the song, they'll pay, they tip you $5. And so like yeah, like I was making money, and it'll go all to my drugs, you know. And here in
Right.
Venice, you can find little cubby holes. You talk to other people that live on the beach where you can go, where
Mhm.
the sand mites don't eat you up alive at night. And so I just got stuck in this lifestyle, and to be honest with you, I love it, dude. I was sitting there for like a half an hour listening to this guy talk about his life, and it
Right.
was just interesting. Like honestly, I wish I could go down there, put a microphone in front of somebody, and just video them. And just, but I don't want to go to Venice Beach every weekend. I live in Vegas, so but yeah, like we've had some really good um interviews with people, even if they're not celebrities, you know.
Mhm.
Like for example, dude, I'm buying fucking Hot Wheels. I've never bought a Hot Wheel in my life. But
Right, right.
I'm buying 55 gassers because Boss One made it look so damn cool. I was like, wow, man, that pink gold one, yeah, that's like $300. It's like, oh my god, like $50 a fucking pop. So,
Right.
um,
Yeah, you never know who might have the most interesting story. It could be the most, it doesn't have to be a celebrity to, have an interesting life and an interesting story. So definitely,
yeah. So Monroe is like female comic book artist like Sia Ohm, Don Mateague.
mhm.
Sia Ohm, she's hard to get in touch with. Like, well, you can get in touch with her, but she lives in the freaking woods, dude. I don't know if you've seen her latest post. Um,
Mhm.
but there's like deer next to her car the other day. Snow on the ground. She lives in a freaking cabin, bro. Um, and Dawn Mateague, I think I don't know if she's in California or Arizona. I think she's in California now. Um, but again, they're also busy, working on projects so that when we do go back to conventions, they're ready to get out there. They're doing
Right.
their Kickstarters, big projects. So, Free, I caught your old videos on YouTube, dude. My old videos is when like I was super fat. Well, I mean I'm fat now, but like I was super freaking round, and I used to wear like all these things on me, like have my black nail polish. So if you ever want to see Free in LV, you can go look that up on YouTube. Free in LV.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
I
nice.
bet even Star had some great stories. What star? Which star? What star? Like Star Larkin? Um, Everyone has a story to tell. Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, again, I think that's one of the reasons why I love doing this show. Like,
Right.
Mark and I, like, like a week before, or like on a either a Monday or a Sunday before the Tuesday show, we're like, do you want to do the show or not? It's like, well, I understand why Mark is like, dude, I just did like 17 shows this week. Do you want to
Mhm.
do this show or not? And he's making money off of all the other shows, just not this one. Uh, but
I
the
don't
reason why
mind
I
doing
like
it
doing,
as long as we have like a guest or like some kind of topic. Like I like it to be a little structured for my taste. Like
like
it's
me, I'm
cool if
more
we just kind of just talk, but I mean, I like to have like something to talk about. Otherwise, my mind just kind of wanders if we're just like talking crap because then it just feels like we're talking on the phone or something.
well. That's what I'm saying. Like for me, I'm more of the freestyle. Like I actually like having the conversation, like we're talking on the phone. I like the fact that we can talk about anything we want. Um, but yeah, like Nicole was, or like Nikki was saying, everybody has a story to tell, and that's what I like about this show is that we don't have to have our guest be, or our next guest is Jerry Seinfeld, our next guest is Joe Rogan, our next guest is Bill Burr or whatever. Like it doesn't have to be somebody that's famous. It just that everybody is an interesting person. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, no matter who you are, I don't give a shit who you are. Your story is interesting. As long as you tell it. Like for
Mhm.
example, my friend Alan, um, quiet guy. If he can literally be standing in the middle of the room, and because he's so quiet, you wouldn't even know he's there. um, and that's just his personality. But on a personal level, I know that he's been a merchant marine. He was in the
Mhm.
Navy. He's done some adventures in his life that nobody else could do. Um,
Right.
he owns an apartment near University of Hawaii, so that pays for itself, and he has a property. You know how crazy that is to own a property near University of Hawaii that he rents out every year or continually. and makes, it pays for itself and shit. And he owns his own house in Milani, and he was like, he did all of that before he was like 30. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
He's worked at certain like places on the island. I don't know what he's doing now because we've lost touch. But we had a falling out because of a girl. I think
Right.
it's always because of a girl. um, but we had a falling out because we're creatively we started a a clothing line, but he sided with the girl to do this and that, and I'm like, I just want to design, dude. Like, I'm just gonna give you the designs, and you put them out. Whatever you think that we should put out, we'll put out. I'll give you a million designs. You can choose one or two. But he just didn't like it because, he wanted to focus on her stuff. And so we had a falling out. For years, I never talked to him. And then the last time I went to Hawaii, he actually
Right.
came out to dinner. He actually came out to dinner with us at, um, try and guess where we went to go eat.
Zippies.
No,
I
that's a
don't
pretty
know.
good guess. Where do I always eat when I go there? What do I always eat at your house? Why do I always eat like pretty much once a week for my whole life so far?
Jack in the Box.
No, kimchi
I don't know.
too. I eat
Oh,
meat jun.
oh,
I love my meat jun. So, we went out to dinner with all the rest of the New Extreme people, and he shows up, and Quan is like, "Holy shit!" He gives him a hug. He's like, "I haven't seen you for years, like ever
yeah,
since like Venus days when we used to do promotion
right.
together." Um, and so we sat down and I kind of focused my energy on Alan because everybody else, like, we hang out, we talk on Facebook and all that, so I can communicate with them all the time. I haven't communicated with him in over 15 years. Face to
Right.
face, I haven't seen him in 15 years, and he was my best friend since I was like 12, right?
Mhm.
And so we started talking, and he went through some harsh times with this one girl that we both know, and I
Mhm.
introduced them back in the days, and she's one of those buy me drinky girls, like
Mhm.
the Korean girls that buy me drinky $20, that kind of thing. But
Right.
she was a local girl, and so she kind of manipulated him to get like $20,000 out of him. So I'm over here spilling his tea. I'm sorry, Alan, if you're listening. Um,
Mhm.
but but the one thing he said to me is like, the messed up thing is like when I look at you, like I have flashbacks of her because you guys are so similar, and it broke my heart. I was like, did I manipulate you? Did I steal money from you? Did I somehow cheat on you? Like, what do you mean? He's like, no, you did none of that. We were very open about, our finances and everything, what we did together and all that stuff. But
Mhm.
just the way you can talk to people and get
Right.
them on your side is the same way she did all the time too. She knew how to talk to people to get them on their side. And so when I see you and I talk to you, I hear how she talks to other people too. And
Right.
it broke my heart to think that I was like he thought of me as that way. But he kind of explained it like it's not that you were a bad guy. It's just that that's your personality. You know how to, you know, get people on your side
Right.
to support you. And that's what she did. But she did, she was more manipulative in a way where, it's more of a like I need $300 for a new phone, and of course she doesn't ask for it, but he gives it to her anyway. So now it's a
Right.
gift. So so technically she didn't ask. So
Right.
it was that kind of. I was like, son of a bitch, is that how you think of me? But anyway, like just little like that conversation that I had at Kimchi too with him just reminded me of how everybody has a story to tell, and everybody has an
Right.
interesting story. Either you're involved with it or you're not. It's still interesting to know that everybody has that life. Everybody, you know.
Right.
I mean, you, I'm talking a lot, I know. Um, but like for example, you have a family. You have a
Mhm.
whole different life than me. Like, absolutely different. I mean, we're yin and yang. You know what I mean? Um,
Right.
you went the family life. Um, you know, you're doing what you gotta do, like the DJ stuff. I don't do any of that. Well, I every once in a while, but not a lot. Um,
Right.
but we get together and we're good, and
Mm-hmm.
we compliment each other when we do things. But we're totally separate type of lives.
Right.
So
Definitely.
so yeah, man. This is supposed to be a short show. What the hell happened?
That's on you. Ye- I'm just chilling over here, like taking care of this tech stuff, and just letting you tell your story partially. So, but yeah, it's like kind of it's good to you know let things out and bury the hatchet. Hopefully, you guys did that. But I mean,
No, yeah, dude. Like at the end, I hugged them. I told them I love them because I do. You can't be friends with somebody for Jesus Christ for 20 something years, even
mm,
before the fallout, to
right,
not have that kind of emotion, and then to later on reconnect. It's kind of like Will Smith and Aunt Viv. Like, like
right,
once you have that closure, everything gets a lot better, a lot brighter. So, um, yeah, Jax was mentioning Star, whose hubby did the piece of shit car race from Cali. So, Star Levine, she's one of our supporters and good friend from Hawaii.
right.
Um, she can't talk about her job because
Mhm.
she works with murdered bodies and shit like that. Um,
Okay.
yeah, like she goes like all over the freaking country and tries to help figure out like, okay, so this body's been in the ground for like 2 years. I'm gonna figure out who killed you. So,
Right.
um, and so yeah, and then her husband, they have this. They call it the piece of shit car race from Cali to Washington D.C. No, I think it's Washington State and back. So, like they literally you can't have a normal car. You have to have like a rust bucket car, and they
Right.
race from Cali to Washington and back. And all, of course, along the way, because it's like thousands of miles, um,
Right.
you stuck on the side of the road. You got to fix your car. You got to change. You got to put an egg in the what
Radiator.
you call that? The radiator. All kinds of shit, dude. Like, yeah, that's pretty interesting. I love to have Mog and Mel on. Again, I haven't. Jason, thank you so much, or Monroe, thank you so much for the getting those people in my mind because they
Mhm.
do their own podcast, they do their own shows, and I don't like. I just don't want to bother them because they're so busy. I know how Mark has to do all the technical stuff for this show, so I try not to bother people that have their own shows. But yeah, I'd love to have them on, dude. I'm gonna send a request to have them on. Um, but yeah, even okay, like for example, my friend Nikki that joins us, every week. Thank you for that,
Right.
by the way, to all your
Yeah.
friends,
She's always here. Well,
right? She has an interesting life. I'm not gonna get into it because that's her story to tell. But maybe one day we'll have her on because she's an amazing artist. Um,
right.
again, she did this for me. I don't know if you can see it.
I can.
And she did my mom's Christmas gift. So, and then I'm doing some commissions for her. Um, but yeah, it's taking a little while because I got this big one that I have to do that I can't do it. So, um, but yeah, so yeah, this has actually been a pretty interesting conversation. To be honest, like I thought it was gonna be like, okay, we're gonna take a break. Oh, we didn't talk about it. We're gonna be taking a break till January. This is gonna be our last show until January because Mark has 1,000 things to do, and there's a lot of birthdays coming up, and there's a lot of things that Mark has to deal with, um, like
Well,
show wise. What was that?
yeah, like just the holidays kind of season. So I mean, if you wanted to do the show, I could set you up to do it. You're set up to do it.
Well, not in
Or
a little state of my podcast, though.
true, true. Yeah, I say we take a break. We'll see. Let's think. We have something really interesting, or someone who comes into the show that will be worth the worth breaking the holiday season for. Then if like Bruno Mars said, "Hey, I got next week Tuesday available," I'd be like, okay, I could make time.
So, do you know Bruno Mars?
Not at all, but but I'm just saying, if
I
by
knew
chance
him back. I knew him
someone
back in the days.
uh,
I knew him when he was used to do performances with um, Disguise
mhm.
and well Forte, but Disguise. I knew him when he was doing like stuff like at Esprit Lounge
See,
with
maybe
his dad.
you should ask weren't you in contact with Marlene? Maybe you get Marlene from Forte, or maybe the Forte girls on the show.
Oh,
That's
that'd
a
be
good
wonderful. I'd love to do that. You know what? See, again, our final show, like we got a lot of things to think about.
a lot of musical artists. Hopefully we could reach out to and maybe get them on as well. We'll see. We'll see who we can
Right.
talk
I
to
mean,
and
come January, there's no rush. You know, especially like Marlene has her family. She's got the two most cutest daughters ever. Um, her and Elon. Um, you got two amazing daughters. They're so spirited.
all
Um,
right.
but yeah, like I think after the holidays is probably better. But
Yeah, I think more people would be more what you call it? I don't know how to say it. More available,
yeah, accessible.
accessible after the
Okay,
actual holiday season. So yeah.
so Jackson's gonna go take a little nappy nap. Type of day. Dude, you know the funny thing is, Jackson. I think it's like 11:45 there,
Yeah, maybe
um,
like an hour.
right in Arizona because of the
Right.
daylight savings. Arizona doesn't do daylight savings, and I wish that Nevada would do that. I hate that daylight savings bullshit. Did you open the package yet, Nicole? I have not, because I was supposed to. Well, I was supposed to do it like as a like an opening to reveal on my own personal page for Twitch, but I'm still working on that, and I don't, so I'm gonna actually just open it. I'm gonna take a look, um, and then rewrap it and send it off to my mom. Hit up Ativa to see if you can get him for two. You know, Ativalu, if nobody knows, he was in development for WWE. He works out of Florida. He's in a. Well, I think he's still in Florida. Don't quote me on that. He was a wrestler in Hawaii.
Right.
Dude, he's got the look. He's got the height. He's got everything. He's got the athleticism. Um, and so he's working out of Florida. Hopefully, he gets a break. Um, yeah, that'd be a great story too. Again, there's so many people that I can actually contact. I want to
Right.
get more females on though. You know, like even
Yeah.
if it's like female,
Trying to think who
like,
female wise we could reach out to, maybe who would have an interesting story to tell. Maybe like I said, if you could reach out to maybe Marlene from Forte, or maybe even if
yeah,
it's just her, possibly doesn't have to be the whole clique. The whole clique would be good, but probably
right.
her.
Well,
Who else?
maybe I can get two of them. Maybe I can get her and Giselle.
Mhm.
So, um, but also, uh, like I mean, didn't you just do an interview on your other page with Chris Cut and all that stuff?
Yeah, I did it the beginning of last month. I think I had Chris Clutt and Slip on. So,
There you go.
but
Maybe
trying to
we can
think
have them
who else
again. We
we
got to January.
yeah, we got to
So
January. So if you guys have any ideas, anyone tuning in, then feel free to put it on our social media, whether it be Instagram or our Facebook, and just put some ideas of people you'd like to see on the podcast. Some realistic guests, probably.
right.
Unless you know
Like, we
somebody.
can't
If you
we
know
can't get
somebody,
Chris.
yeah, if you know somebody who might be interesting and you know them personally, feel free to reach out to them. And if you do connect with them, you can always send them our way. We'd appreciate that also. So
Right? You can say, I listened to a great podcast, a little state of my podcast, and it'd be great to have you interviewed by the host. They're amazing hosts and they're so handsome.
yeah.
Anyway, well,
And
I
like
think
I wanted to get some guests on like business owners, but due to the pandemic, you know what I mean. I don't know if it would be the right timing for those. So
I know I kind of don't want like business owners to be crying on our show.
yeah, that's why
Um,
I'm like, that'd be the right time. So
well, I'm gonna see again. I'm gonna see if Ruby will be able to get on
right,
because again, she's thriving out there in LA. You know, they just opened in November, and then this whole pandemic shut down again. But because she has so much support from the community, because she does so much for the community,
right.
um, like people are still coming and saying, you know what, I don't care. Let me just buy it from you, and you just run it out to the car, and I'll stop on the side of the road, put my hazards on. You throw that shit in my car, and I'm out the door. Just to kind of help her, do her things. So,
Right.
um, yeah, we'll see. Did you know what I just did just now?
What?
I bought another gasser on Hot Wheels gasser on eBay. Well,
Oh
because
my
dude,
goodness.
because John or Boss One, um,
Hmm.
he put on his thing like he just bought a Hot Wheels gasser that said Hot Wheels on the side,
Right.
and it's a 55. So I looked it up, and dude, I wanted it so bad. So I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna bid. I'm just gonna buy it now. $12. You know what I mean? So
Right. Right. Well, if it's something you like and something you enjoy, by all means, you know what I mean. I think
like,
I need some other hobby, like a little. I don't mind getting a little hobby going, but like I think I got too much junk, and I think I'm trying to figure out what we're gonna do as far as moving and stuff. So I definitely want to clear out a lot of my stuff until we figure out exactly
right,
where we're gonna wind up going. So
dude. Well, if you do decide to fully move to Oregon, I suggest you get into hunting. Get a bow from Cabela's, right? Get a Hoyt. Learn how to do it without taking the skin off your arm. Uh, and go hunting, dude. You live in Oregon, you can have some big bucks.
Mm.
Some
Yeah, I don't
eight
think
point buck.
like I don't know if I could hunt. I could probably hunt, but I wouldn't want to like uh
Actually kill anything.
yeah, I feel bad. Like either that or like, I wouldn't want to skin it and like, how people eat it and stuff like that. I don't think I could do that either. So
Really?
like I feel like you could like cut apart like a deer and pull
Yeah.
out its innards.
Well, technically, you don't pull it out because if you pull it and you break the seals,
Yeah.
that's when it becomes gamey. That's when all the acids in their stomach come out. So what you got to do, you got to actually go into the neck area and kind of
Mm.
scrape downward and pull everything down past the anus and drop it into a
So
tub. And
you could gut something like that. You think you could do that?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I've done it
I
before.
don't know.
So,
Yeah.
but mine was a pig. Like when you
Mm.
do like luau's, um,
Right.
mine was a pig, and that shit stinks
Okay.
though. It smells like a 1,000-year-old can of Vienna sausage. It stinks. Um,
Right. See,
just
like I
just
think
because
if
it's origins and all that. So
yeah, I think if it came to that, I think I'd probably be dead. Like if we came to a part where we have to like kill our own food and we went to some kind of like old school, like freaking Wild West living, I'd probably die.
I,
Around
I
Seven
think
Eleven or like a Walmart, yeah, I'd be dead.
no, I think if we were to revert back to like hunting days, and you had a family to take care of, I think you would be able to do it. I think the
Maybe.
situation will determine your resolve. Um,
Um, yeah. John, you have a compound bowl. He said he got two extra, one left and one right-handed.
Dude, I don't know how I'm not hanging out with John when I was there because, because we would have been bull hunting. We would have I would have been broke from all the 55 gassers. Um, oh, nice.
Mm.
Oh, dude. So why do they have a, a get together at the pier tomorrow? Like a no, it has to be right. 1,000 euro can of Vienna sausage. It
All
does though. It has that
Twinkies,
smell.
they say Twinkies could last 100 years. Supposedly, they
Supposedly.
said supposedly. So
But
yeah,
yeah, like so wait, Code E is John?
yeah. Cody Diecast. I think that
Oh,
was
okay.
his other channel previously.
Oh.
Yeah. So
All I
Cody
know him as is
Diecast,
H Dub. H
yeah,
Dub 50.
Boss One or whatever. I don't
Uh,
know. They got too many names.
dude,
You should see the
John,
guns.
okay, no offense. Like I loved having him on. But man, I wish I didn't have you on. Because now I'm gonna be broke, like getting Hot Wheels and shit. Like especially being in the mainland, I can go to toy conventions or toy expos, all over the place. So, when they have the toy expos here in Vegas or in California or Arizona, and they have them, especially in Arizona, they have a lot in Arizona because the old school, retired guys that have the Impalas and shit, like freaking insane. They collect diecast, and so they have them all the time. Man, I'm gonna be going to Arizona a lot lately, especially because Jax lives there, Grandma lives there. The Hot Wheels diecast community is huge out there. I'm gonna be fucked, man. So nice. So anyway, you're just a dollar. Yeah, but see the thing is though, I'm not gonna go for anything but gassers. I'm not gonna go for anything but 55s. So like that's my
Mhm.
focus. Because if I start getting into all the other stuff, oh boy, oh boy, I might have to get a job at like at Foodland. You know what I mean? Just so I can pay for my hobby. But yeah, because of John, because of Boss One, I'm gonna be fucking broke. But I'm gonna have a nice collection of gassers though. So
That's for sure.
that's for sure. So see, like Mark puts on the shades because he has to look at all these other things. Like I need a pair of shades because I'm always looking down at my computer screen, even though my camera's up here on my phone. So when I'm looking
Right.
down, I'm actually looking at myself when I could be looking at myself here. And then the comments are here. There we go. Comments are, yeah. So Jesus Christ. So what are you gonna do for the rest of the night, Mark?
I'm probably gonna go to bed soon. I'm not gonna really do anything. I want to wake up early. I'm trying to get up early and try and not really exercise, but kind of stretch out in the morning and just kind of get warm because when I come into my office in the morning, it's hella cold out here. So in here, so try not to
Really?
freeze. Yeah, it's like
Mm,
cold in this garage when I come
Studio,
inside here. So
studio, studio, studio.
yes,
It's
studio
cold in the
garage.
studio. It's
So
not a
yeah,
garage, it's a
so
studio.
yeah, so I gotta do that, and then of course I gotta get my trading done in the morning, and then I
Right.
gotta do my
Well,
show tomorrow in the morning, and then what is tomorrow? Wednesday. Yeah, usually Wednesday. Usually our date not date night, but our date day for me and my wife. So, but I
where
don't
do you
know
guys
now that
go?
everything's closed. I don't know. So usually we go and eat lunch somewhere. Just kind of hang out and talk, or we might go to the casino or something. But now that everything's closed, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Well,
really want to
casinos
be
are
out.
closing.
Yeah, but being with everything going on, I don't know if I want to
Right,
frequent
true.
it. Only I already got to do it when I go to work, so
Right.
I think that's enough. So
Well,
Other than
luckily,
that, not much.
at work you have a stage where nobody can really get too close. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Then I work Thursday and I work Saturday no, Thursday and Friday. It's weird. I work 2 days in a row, so that's kind of strange. Usually if I work Thursday, they'll put me on Saturday because I got Thursday, I think 7 till midnight, and then Friday 5 to 1, the long shift again. So usually they
so why
break
don't
it up.
why don't you guys get like a days in or a holiday in for a night? So Thursday, and then you just go to the hotel closest to the casino for the day, and then do your gig at night the next day, and then go home.
For me, you mean? For myself?
Yeah, not just for you, maybe for V if she wants to go out with you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I don't think she can stay out because then the kids got school Friday and uh yeah. And someone
oh,
has to be
okay.
like for Nana is not too bad, but for Jazzy, like someone has to be around kind of listening in case she needs help and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Never mind.
yeah.
I was like, dude, if you
Um,
got a back to back day, just stay out there for one day. Like, pay your $60 for the fucking motel.
yeah.
Have a
I
romantic.
wish there was a room there. So if there's a hotel, then it would be perfect. But
Yeah.
no such luck.
The closest hotel I saw, because remember I was planning on doing the Christmas Eve. The
Right.
closest hotel I saw over there was like 3-4 miles away, which isn't that bad in California miles, but
Yeah, it's probably
um,
right down the road, like like where the shopping center is around that area, or towards La Mesa area. So yeah, right there. Night guys heading to bed. Nicole heading out. It's midnight here,
gotcha.
and I had my hearing this morning. You guys are off for the season. Have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Well, thank you, Nikki. Again, one of my really good friends from back in the days. Great artist. Thank you so much for joining us. I know that you try to join us every weekend or every week. So thank you so much for the support. And happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Yeah, have a good Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. If we're not on, like I said, we might be, we might not, but more than likely we won't.
Yeah,
And
everyone will like
who's Brian? You know Brian Ravel?
Brian
Brian
Rubel.
Ravel?
Uh, he was one of the original owners of Enjoy Comics,
Okay.
the with Mike Sato. Um, a great artist from Hilo. The guy has like a freaking basketball team, dude. Like he's got like 20 children.
Really?
Yeah, he's got like a ton of kids. Um, but great guy, funny guy. Uh, he's coming on at like literally the 2 hour mark, which is basically time to bail out already.
Right.
Um,
As soon as we start wrapping things up.
right.
Brian
But
Ravel.
again,
Any relation to Mariner?
yeah, dude, are you
No,
really related to Mariner?
no cable. That's why. That's
Like, what else is there to
entertaining.
do? Just make babies. 8 kids, dude. I can't even fathom getting a dog at this point in my life, and he's got eight
Yeah.
kids. Oh my god,
Jeez.
jeez.
Jeez. But any
Wait,
relation to Mariner though? Yeah,
yeah,
Mariner.
Brian, are you related to Mariner?
Maybe the same last
Are
name.
you related? You know the kind of look. Are you related? Not that I'm thinking about it. That's my cousin. Oh shit.
Oh,
Okay,
okay. Interesting.
I know. I never. You know what? The messed up thing is I never even put it together. Like,
When I saw the last name, I was like, wait. And he's from the Big Island, so I'm like, maybe relation to
I
Mariner.
never connected that dot. Oh my god. Which is funny because he was another guest of ours,
Right.
a very interesting guest. The secret, make your dream board, all that kind of
Mm-mm.
stuff. So I know I slow, bro. I'm slow.
That's funny.
He ain't wrong though, but but yeah. So if you can, let everybody know that you can go to twitch.tv / Aloha State of Mind podcast, all one word. Oh, there you go. Twitch.tv / Aloha State of Mind podcast. We're trying to get our Twitch numbers up, because I think this format and this platform is a lot better than YouTube. Um, like, we can connect to Facebook, but we'd rather have you on Twitch, so that way we can get those numbers up. So if you can, let them know.
Yeah, definitely. If you're not part of the Twitch community, it's something to check out. A lot of things going on. So there's a lot of plethora of things you can do, from DJs to talk shows to cooking shows. There's a
To
lot of
drama
entertainment
shows.
there. Yeah, especially
Yeah.
since no more cable less. So might be something you can look at
It's
instead of making
hilarious.
more kekes.
No,
It's
him and
all
his
good.
wife, they're a
Uh
good
huh.
looking couple.
Uh huh.
Um, so I get it. She like oof you, you like oof her. I get it. You know what I mean? No more cable. I don't know how you do it with all those kids in the house. You just throw them all in one room, lock the door, go sleep. But it's only 5 o'clock. But okay, well, it's already two. It's been 2 hours. It's supposed to be a
Uh-huh.
short show, but of
Right.
course I started talking and fucking
2 hours
voila.
later, we're still here. So, but
Right.
yeah, like, just want to say we appreciate everyone. Have a great holiday season. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. If we don't see you, yeah, we just want to tell you guys that, and definitely stay safe out there during these crazy times, especially towards the winter. It gets cold, and more chances for you to get sick with the flu or anything like that. So, take your vitamins, what you got to do, vitamin C, zinc, or whatever you take, and whatever you got to do.
Right. Give them more chores. Again, thank you so much for joining us. Uh, Brian, next time join us a little bit early so that we can have a good conversation. Uh, he's another interesting dude. Like, he's out there
Mhm.
in the ether, bro. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, to Buzz and Monroe and everybody that joined us on this conversation. We're gonna be back in January because we're gonna be taking a Christmas break. Um, Hopefully, I can line up some really cool guests, some
Mhm.
female guests. Like, I'm just gonna pick random girls off the street. You want to do a podcast? I pay $20. Um, and so, hopefully we can get good guests, but also revisit. That's what it's called. Revisit some of our
Uh,
past guests, and so yeah, we'll see what they're up to too. But
Let me do
again, thank you so much.
some quick updates with our previous guests from last year. Maybe we can do some shows with them. So hopefully we can knock those out early next year. And yeah, that's about it, I guess.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you. Mahalo.
wrap it up there. Aloha State of Mind podcast every single Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, and now Twitch. So definitely check us out on all the platforms. We appreciate everyone tuning in, and we're gonna take a break until probably, let's see, beginning of next year. Maybe like January 4th, maybe our first uh podcast back. We got 3 more weeks. 3 more weeks in
Sorry.
December. Yeah,
Well,
might be
who's
rough.
who's
Maybe. Hmm?
whose birthdays are in January
What do you
for
mean?
you, as far as your
Uh,
family? Because they're all clumped up together.
Anna is the 19th. Then Christmas is the 25th. Uh, Punk Chris has his birthday, I think, somewhere in the beginning of the month in January. January 25th is Valerie's birthday. Yeah. Then we go to uh, Valentine's
Okay.
Day, and then Marissa's and Jazzy's birthday in March. It gets
Jesus.
kind of crazy. Hey,
Like,
gotta give
this
a
is
shout out to DJ Don Faumuina in the building. Appreciate you tuning in, brother. We just about to log off, man. He's gonna be my guest next week on my Twitch show next week Monday. So be sure to tune into that, everyone. But interesting guy. He's a DJ out there from the west side of Oahu, and he's also one of Hawaii's finest, the Boys in Blue. So
All
you
right
know,
on.
yeah, so definitely a great brother right there. Met him back a while actually in Vegas when I came for that mobile beat mobile DJ show. So yeah. Yeah, I was trying to get us earlier. Yeah, we're on usually like 9 to 11. So we're just talking story, nothing major, nothing major. So yeah, shout out Don. He'll be on my show next week, Monday. So just kind of hanging out.
Right on. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
let's wrap it up from there. Thank everyone once again. We'll take that break up until January for the show. Maybe, like I said, maybe we'll be on, but like I said, always you got the notification, so anytime we pop on, you'll definitely see us. All right. So till maybe next year, have a great December, great Christmas, great New Year's, and we'll see you guys for 2021. So get ready, people. Stay safe, and we'll see you guys next time. Till then, wish you guys nothing but peace, love, and aloha.
aloha.
Wherever you are, you're living aloha. Wherever you go, your soul is aloha. Wherever you've been, you're living aloha. A part of yourself is always aloha. Aloha is a state of mind. 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 When you're with